If you see the smile missing, it is because I'm going to tell you about how I got conned by a Ola driver. I was traveling from the airport to my residence, and I had booked two Ola Mini, and both had called up and asked for the payment in cash, and I said no. And then I tried booking Ola Prime, and there was no vehicle available. Ola Sedan, no vehicle available. And I was too lazy to go to the Uber side, so I said, let me try a Mini again. So I booked a Mini. A driver came. His name was Mohammed Idrisi or something like that. It was a grey color Wagoner, so the lowest end possible. Normally from the airport I prefer a bigger vehicle, so it's either Prime Play, and in the worst case if we are two of us going, then I prefer sedan, simply because these guys have absolutely no space for keeping baggage, right? They've got a big gas tank, so therefore, but anyway. So this guy again called up and said, I will come only if you pay cash. So I said, I'm unable to change the mode of payment. He said, no, you cancel the ride and you put the last option that my reason is not listed. So I actually went, I cancelled the ride. I did not get an acknowledgement, but I was not paying too much attention. I was more eager to get home. Mistake number one. So when it said it got cancelled, and I believed it, and that guy pretended that he had no cash. So I paid the airport toll of 120 rupees. And halfway through he was hungry, he wanted to eat something. So he said, can I eat something? And I realized that he had more than 120 rupees. Still didn't pay attention, right? And then when we reached home, I did not get a beep saying the trip has ended, but he did put something, didn't pay attention, mistake number two, and I paid him cash. So I had paid him about 1000 rupees, slightly more than that, and I got debited for about 1000 rupees by Ola. Luckily, the debit was on Ola postpaid, which means I had a choice of whether to pay the postpaid, right? I could have just left it as it is. I already owed Ola about 1700, and this was another 1000 bucks. So I owed Ola about 2700. And I disputed the amount as usual. Ola didn't respond. The Ola didn't pick up the call. Nothing happened. But then they picked up the call, and I don't realize what happened. They never picked up the call. I went to mode 1, it would just get disconnected. That's it. And then mode 2, Hindi, English didn't matter. I never spoke to anybody in Ola. And I think that's by design. They don't want that to happen. So mistake number 3, don't expect any great support from companies like Ola. And be very careful when their IPO comes, because all this is going to have an impact, and I think this is going to improve the valuation for Uber. Why did I choose Ola? Because they gave me a convenience of being postpaid up to 5000 rupees. I think I will continue to use it. And the advantage is you can aggregate all your payments for 15 days. And my payments for 15 days turns out to be about 4500, 4600 rupees. So it's nice to do a single one transaction and clear off all this. So I don't have to clear the small 600, 700, 1000, then 1200 kind of bills. So that is why I'm using. There's no other great convenience. And that's it. So Ola said, no, the driver is saying he has not collected any cash from you, and he has collected. Now there is nothing I can do. There is no proof that I paid him cash. There is proof that he came into my building, he ended the trip. I didn't even pay attention. So why am I saying this here? The amount is not so big. The amount doesn't hurt as much as the fine that I paid in Chandigarh, for which the policeman refused to give me a receipt. He said 1000 rupees fine. I said, here is 1000 rupees, give me a receipt. He said, receipt nahi milega, aap baad mein receipt leke jao. He knew I was headed for the airport, so there is nothing I could do, and just paid the 1000 rupees without receipt. Paying a full fine without receipt is just stupidest possible bribe. If you're bribing, it has to be a fraction of the amount that you're supposed to pay. But anyway, I paid the fine, aka bribe, and I then posted posted it on my page. But obviously Navjot Singh Sidhu is too busy to see these things, so I don't expect Captain Ahluwalia to see it. So that's it. That's my donation to the Chandigarh police. So this was my contribution to Mohammad Idrisi, Wagoner owner. Maybe his need for money was more than mine. But I was just trying to tell you this, that when God wants to give you trouble, He takes away your brain. Here I am telling people, be alert when you invest. And here, I mean, the amount is not important, but the signals were there, right? The driver taking out money to buy some vada pav for himself was a signal that he had the cash, but he was trying to con me into paying that. So that was a signal. Then when it cancelled, I should have got a trip cancelled, right? And I would have paid some 70 rupees or 80 rupees. What would be the minimum charges? Which I would have to pay him less. I did not look at that. I was busy thinking of, oh my God, I need to go home, get things done. So your attention gets diverted. So don't do that. When you're doing a transaction, be in it. Like Swami Vivekananda says, don't do multitasking. I don't know what I was sending out messages, I was talking to people. I'd come to Bombay after a long time, maybe 4-5 days, and therefore, so when you're investing, you can't be as careless as doing a Ola ride, because an Ola ride of 1,000 rupees is something which you can smile about. Here, my smile for the day, and laugh at your foolishness. And like the English saying, if one day you can laugh at your mistake, then the mistake didn't hurt. Yeah, I don't think the mistake hurt me financially, but it hurt me emotionally, thinking how stupid, right? It's not the amount of money. It could have been 100 rupees, it could have been 1,000 rupees. For example, I was staying in a hotel in Madurai. I lost the card, 100% my mistake. I had gone out, I put it in my pocket. While I came back, I couldn't find it. The hotel helped me with the opening, and then morning when I was checking out, she asked me at the counter, where's the card? And I had a very easy answer to give. I could have said, oh, I gave it to housekeeping, they wanted the card, or something like somebody came to clean my room and I gave away the card. Of course, I could have said that and walked away. But the chances are that the girl at the counter would have to perhaps pay from her pocket, because she was negligent enough not to collect the card from me. So I said, no, I seem to have lost the card. So she said, you'll have to pay 300 rupees. And so I paid her 300 rupees, because it gives me peace of mind to know that my mistake I paid, right? The Ola case, again, I owed Ola 2,800 rupees. I had a choice of whether to pay 2,800 or, for the Ola postpaid, to use the facilities in future. If I didn't want to use Ola facilities in future, I could have just gone and disputed with 2,800, saying I don't want to pay, because it's a credit facility without any guarantee. There is nothing Ola could have done. But I knew that 1,700 was due, and I could not make a part payment. I had to either pay 2,800 or I had to pay nothing. Paying nothing was not a good option, because I anyway knew 1,700 is something which I had not disputed. 1,000 is the amount which I had disputed, for which Ola said there is no resolution, because the driver said he has not taken money. I thought the driver was so smart. Do you expect him to say that he took money? So yeah, be careful about using Ola. If that's the only transaction in your postpaid, just go and dispute it. Don't make the payment. Just live without the Ola postpaid facility. I was too lazy to live without the Ola postpaid facility, so I paid 2,800. I realized that it is my mistake, but I also realized that Ola has no sense of cooperation. They do not wish to do anything to their riders. They are as much anti passengers as they are anti-drivers. So they are anti-riders and anti-drivers. That's the feeling I get. I've used Ola for a very long time, so I've not had any such major problems. Though I think previous time what happened was they sent me 2 vehicles and charged me cancellation charges. So they do play dirty. Be careful when the Ola IPO comes. Of course, if the markets are in a good mood, everybody is going to apply, and if the markets are in a bad mood, the issue won't go through. Anyway, so I thought this is, if you still see me smiling, it's because 1,000 rupees doesn't hurt, but the fact that you got conned hurts, and well, I can live with that. Thanks, bye.